Hi, I'm Kathy, growing in Glory's Garden. And today in Glory's Garden, what we're doing, we're having a little small harvest. The peaches look ready, so we're gonna gather the peaches off of the tree. I've already harvested one yesterday and tasted it, me and my family, and it was good. So the rest of them are ready. They even have gotten tender while they're on the tree. So we're gonna remove the bags and start taking them off, putting them in my little small harvest basket. And we're just gonna go throughout the garden, picking up things that are ready to be harvested, because we wanna make sure we collect our fruit in time. You know, from all the hard work that we put in the garden, we wanna reap the harvest. So as you can see, some of the peaches are in bags, some are not. I'm gonna let this one stay on just a little while longer. It still feels like a golf ball. Any of them that are super hard, I'm gonna let them stay on. This one is very tender. And I wanna collect my fruit in time because I don't wanna lose it. You know, we put in all the hard work. We wanna make sure we reap the harvest. They're not super big, but they're a good little bite size. They're pretty sweet. As I said, I tasted one yesterday, but they're soft. You know, they're tender all the way around. So I don't want to let them stay on too long. I think this one may be one of the bigger ones. When I was talking about the different size bags that I had, that this one is an 8 by 12 compared to this one. I'm not sure what size this is, but just so you all can see the difference in the size bags that I had. You could cover up a lot more with this one without putting so much pressure on the branch of the tree or the bush or whatever you're trying to cover up. That's the difference in the size. So I've finished harvesting. I still have some on there because, as I said before, I kind of want my fruit and stuff to stay on the tree until it ripens on the vine. So we collected 5 peaches. We harvested 5 peaches. Hope you all can see that. I'm not too far back. And now I'm just gonna go over to the tomatoes because I know we have one. I think it's the lemon boy. I think that one is ready. So I'm just gonna turn you guys around to this side because the lemon tree is right by the peaches. I'm sorry, I'm saying lemon tree. I meant the tomato tree. Tomato lane over here is right behind the peaches, just adjacent across. And so we do have one tomato here that is ready. And it was able to ripen on the vine. So I'm gonna remove the bag. It's a whole cluster of them. So it's a whole cluster of tomatoes that, but only this one is ready. So this is the only one I'm gonna remove. I'm not gonna take any of the other ones off or anything. And this is Lemon Boy. And I think this is the color that it's supposed to be. So to me, it's ready. I didn't want it to stay on there any longer. It's still a little firm, but soft, but not mushy. So that's a good harvest to me on this Lemon Boy tomato. It's such a pretty color too. You'd think Lemon Boy that it will be yellow, but to me, the flesh is more orange. So we're just gonna add that to our basket. And I'm gonna tie the rest of them up. Some of them are starting to blush just a little bit on this Lemon Boy, but none of them are ready. They're still very green. So we're gonna leave those on to another harvest time. And just looking and checking the rest of the tomatoes, nothing else seems to be ready. So we're gonna move right along down to pepper point. I'm gonna go down here and check the peppers. I did see a jalapeno pepper that looked like it was ready to be harvested. So here I have you set up. We're over here at the pepper place. And we have a couple of jalapeno peppers. I think I'm only gonna harvest one because I want it to be able to get to its full size. And that's the jalapeno pepper. I think that's a pretty good size. And my plan for these, as I collect them, I'm gonna try to save them as long as I can. I'm gonna vacuum seal them and try to save till I get at least 3, 4 or 5, and then I wanna make stuffed peppers, jalapeno poppers. So we're just adding that to our little small harvest. We do have another one growing. It's still very tiny, so I'm gonna leave that one on, let it grow just a little bit more. It's still very small. Next, we're gonna move on down to the corn. The corn is just right beside pepper place. So we're going right here to corn alley. I'm gonna turn you guys around so you can see. So we're gonna see what corn seems to be ready. I see a couple, so I'm gonna try to harvest those and see what they look like. My daughter usually has been with the last couple of videos. My daughter's been having to try to edit them for me because usually she waits until I'm trying to record to call me. So today I called her first and told her, okay, I'm going outside to record, don't call me, because she know I don't know too much about editing, but she knows a little bit on CapCut, so she's been helping me out, because the other day she called me so much the video was actually in 3 parts, because even though I hit don't answer, it still cut the video off, stopped the recording. So, but I tried to fix that today by calling her before I even came outside, because she just be wanting to talk to her mama, and ain't nothing wrong with that. This one seemed like it stops right here, so I'm gonna just open it up and see what we got. Well, for the part that was pollinated, it's very good, but I can see why some others wasn't pollinated, because if you could look real close, you could see that the little silk is just so short right there. I didn't pop that off, it's just short. But I think that's still pretty good. This is my first time growing corn. I'm actually quite proud that I was able to get it this far. I'll take it, because I can always just clip that little piece off. And this, the little corn husk, I'm letting it stay inside so the sun could dry it out, and I probably could use it for mulch on something. Now let's check another one. It's not quite brown enough on the end. Okay, let's try this one. Oh, that seems the same way. There. Uh-oh. I took off more than just the stalk, but it's, you know, separated. Yeah, this one is the same way. So maybe I'll come through and do a little more hand pollination, because I did see one of the gardeners do hand pollination, and I did try that with a lot of the corn on this end. I didn't do this end, so maybe that's what I should have done on that end as well, to try to help myself have a good harvest. So yeah, that's the same way, but I'll take it, because I can always just cut that off and have little small ears of corn. And I'm collecting all of the little husks from the corn. I'm not leaving nothing on the ground. I want it all to dry up and use it for mulch. This silk actually looks so good from the inside. I'm going to be keeping that. Yeah, I'm going to keep that. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and add it into this bag. And I think what I'm going to do is go down to the, I'm going to go down to the kale, because it's not getting very big. So I'm going to go ahead on and harvest that. We can use those leaves for something. So I'm going to go and harvest this kale. I don't want to make this video too long. I'm already at 12 minutes, because I know y'all seen people harvest stuff plenty of times before. Maybe not me, but, you know, I know y'all have seen people harvest things before. Just want to get you set up where you can see exactly where I'm at. I'm right here. This little bed started off as my herb garden when I first started last year. Now it turned into a whole lot more. That was before I had any green stalk towers or anything like that. And so now I have a whole green stalk tower that's herbs. And this is where we're at right when you get ready to turn into the green stalk tower corner. And I kept this covered the whole time, trying to make sure no moth or nothing didn't get into it. But they just put to be called Black Magic Kale. You know, I thought the leaves would get a little bigger than this, but maybe if I had it in another place, it might would have done a little better. You know, I tried to put it where it could kind of get some shade from the plum tree. We have the Japanese plum tree, one of those trees are here, and the other trees that we have on the side by the fence where I showed you guys on the last video, I believe. And so this is all the shade. So I put these back here, and I'm just gonna harvest from them. And show you the size of the leaves that I'm getting. These are the size of the leaves that I'm getting. And these have been planted ever since the month of January, and this is as big as it got. I thought it would get much bigger, because I have seen some much bigger, but maybe this kind, you know, just doesn't grow that big. But I'll take these leaves and I could use them. I could steam them up. Nothing is gonna go to waste if I don't steam them up, which I am, because it's a lot of little leaves, and I'm not going to harvest all of those on camera because it'll take me a little while, and I'm already about at 15 minutes. Yeah, I got some little gnats on me or whatever. But it's so hot, so I didn't wear long sleeves out here today. Usually I do, but it's been kind of hot, and it's a nice breeze going, but it's still, you know, 1 or 2 little bugs that's bothering you. But here it's getting 90. Yesterday was 93. I worked last night. When I got off this morning at 6:30, it was already 76 degrees, and it wasn't even quite daylight yet. So But yep, that's what we're doing in Glory's garden. On the next harvest is going to be those potatoes. I don't really have time to do those today, so I don't want to get started with that. After this, I'm gonna go in, shower up, take me a nap, and it'll be time to go back to work again, you know, at 6 o'clock, those 12-hour shifts. You know, you work 12, you're off 12. Half of that time you're trying to spend doing something in your home or doing something in your garden or running little errands. It just so happened today is Sunday. Usually it's a church day. But the way I work, when I have to work on a Sunday, I don't attend church. We watch online because we still are online. That program that we had going on from COVID, so we still appear online every Sunday, so I could catch my pastors online. But that's what we're doing today in Glory's garden, doing a small harvest. This is pretty much the last thing that I'm gonna harvest today, which is this kale. So I thank you guys for joining me over here in Glory's garden, taking out time to listen to my videos, encouraging me. So many of you all say such encouraging things. It really gives me the strength to go on and to keep trying. And when I watch y'all videos, you know, like squash, I was not going to grow any squash this year because I had about 6 plants and the vine borer bug got all of them. And I had said I was concentrating on things that I really love. I like squash. I don't love it, but I like it. But I saw other people who went through the same thing that I did last season, didn't get any squash. Some of them said they've been gardening for 4 years and haven't got any squash yet, but they're still trying again. So that encouraged me to try again. So I have my squash in the ground, as you all saw on one of the last videos when we amended that raised bed. So y'all videos are also encouraging. The words and the comments that you leave to me, they're also encouraging. So I just want to take this time to thank you all for that. All of you all who subscribe to my channel, the people who keep coming back, keep watching, the ones that I'm connected with, and you know who you are. I really enjoy you guys. I thank you all so much. But that's what we're doing today in Glory's garden, over here doing a small harvest. We're going to taste those peaches when I get them inside, wash them off. That corn is going to be washed, vacuum sealed, and put into the freezer till we can harvest a little bit more. I'm thinking about dropping more corn seeds because that corn, I think it maturity date is up to like 84 days. I believe I could get more corn in. That was very, very quick, so I'll try that again. I did get a quick maturity corn because I think that only grows 5 ears to each stalk, so it matures pretty quickly, and that's why I chose those seeds too as well. But thank you all so much, and I'm going to see you guys on the next video. See you on the next one. Y'all have a good Sunday afternoon.